so much about who is my seller and documentation and trusts and deeds and LLCs. You guys all hate me for it, but it's really, really important stuff. So I reached out and Kelly was like, sure, we'll teach that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, how can I make this exciting?
And they're gonna leave. She told me yesterday that you all are going to leave next level savvy.
Yeah.
That is the goal today.
In a quest to make learning about vestings exciting, I thought we would play trivia. And okay, and then Mark, do you want to hit your buzzer? Okay. Damien, do you want to hit your buzzer? Okay. Okay.
Oh, Jerry's ship's going down.
Wait, where are you guys? You guys gotta huddle a little bit closer. Yeah.
Okay, so the team who hits the buzzer first gets the answer. You have limited time to answer, so once you obviously buzz it, you gotta know your stuff. Each question has an equivalent point. Somebody's gotta keep score. Desiree, will you keep score for us? And then the team who owns...
What's a better get?
The team who, there's not that many questions, you could probably do it.
I don't know how to do that.
The team who earns the most points will win. So,
Our team, for sure.
okay.
Yeah.
So, this again is about who do you have signed your contracts, okay? So, I have some,
Who's your people?
who's your people? Okay, so first question, let me read it and then buzz it, okay? Okay, question number 1.
This is a family feud.
Oh.
What does escrow mean in a real estate transaction? Here we go.
The neutral third party. That
2
holds
years.
funds
I need to start with
until
softball.
conditions are met.
Okay. Joan?
That's correct.
There we go. Okay. You guys have a community?
Doesn't matter, anybody in the
All right,
group
here we
can
go.
answer. Get your hands closed.
Get your hands closed.
Pick a team name.
Carol, you better.
Name, what do we want to
Team name.
Yellow.
2.
Wait, how many points was that worth?
1. Just 1. What does vesting?
She has to read it.
What does vesting refer to in a real estate transaction? Mark.
How the owners hold title to property.
Say that again.
How the owners hold title to property.
Okay. All right. Point for green. Unless you have a better team name.
No, I like green. That's the color of my.
Didn't see that coming.
Okay, are you ready? Number 3. How do you find out who is vested owner of a property?
Review the deed and the list back.
Okay.
He just answered. You didn't.
All right. Jerry, team what color? Red? All right.
Are you sure it's not take the owner's word?
Wait. Is that the same as the tax information on the front page, or do I actually have to go to like?
That's a great question.
Oh, weird. That's a great
See
question.
who shows up
So-
when you're at a listing
Yeah.
appointment?
I like that idea.
Okay, so
Probably
Did you even read
on
it?
the deed and list pack, where do you look to see who the vested owner of the property is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the list
look
pack,
at
there
the
is
deed.
the last vesting deed,
The
right?
deed.
Gotta go all the way to the end, but.
Okay, next question. You ready? Which of the following is not a common vesting option in Oregon? Oh, there we go. Yellow.
Go for
No.
it. Not common community property.
Good job. Community property is a California term, and we don't like California.
Wait, how many of you are from California? Bryce. Sorry.
Hey, what are they doing here?
They're winning.
No cheaper.
Right.
I have this picture of like a commune in my head.
You pay for
So,
sunshine.
John, what do we do if we have a
Exactly.
community property on a vesting deed? Do we make them redo it? Do we just?
Yes, so that is not a valid vesting in Oregon. So we would offer the correct vesting to what they would want, particular to their situation. And then we would tell them, okay, are you married? Okay, this might be the one that you want. Are you not married, but are you wanting survivorship? Okay, this might be the one that you want. So a lot of times what will pop up is the lender will assume something and the trustee will come with a vesting. Well, the deed and the trustee have to match before they get recorded. So a lot of times we're trying to resolve with the lender to fix their trustee to match our deed for, whatever the opportunity or whatever the situation is.
And sometimes you'll have clients that will just create their own deed and put community property. And if that's the case, our title department's like, I don't think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 5. So you guys ready? When a trust is the vested owner, what should you ask for to make sure the correct person is signing?
We'll take that.
I think you guys hit it.
Certification of trust.
Oh, this is too easy for you. Their last
Went
will.
around the block.
Yeah. Certification of trust, or it doesn't matter, we'll work it out later.
Oh yeah, that's a
Certification of trust, and the original trustee is deceased. Then what?
Ooh.
Death certificate.
Copy of the trust.
And then I will.
I know what I would do. I'd call
I'd
Joe.
call my escrow.
When do you call Joe?
Right away.
Right away.
Wait, before the listing is signed?
Yeah, you could.
Yes, before the listing is signed. Otherwise, the listing is, if you don't have the right signer, the listing isn't even valid. So why would you have it signed if you don't know who can actually sign for that?
Go back to question
Property.
2. It used to get signed by whoever shows up.
There we go, doesn't matter.
Right.
So, you want to know the answer?
Yeah.
So, you have the certification of trust, but the trustee is deceased. That certification of trust isn't going to give us all the information that we need. So then at that point, you need a full copy of the entire trust to tell you who the successor trustee is. A will, no.
Oh.
No.
Now, Kim.
What do you take Friday time to meet?
I don't even know.
She said it before.
I think it was Battleship Down.
It's equal ownership. Married couple with rights of survivorship.
Yowza.
She knows it. She knows it.
Yeah,
Good
so
job.
tenants by the entirety, that is between a married couple.
Yep.
And it creates an automatic survivorship.
I think we all need to get together and get
People will
Kathy some
say,
hobbies.
yeah.
Great.
Sometimes people will say, well, I want husband and wife. And that also creates an automatic survivorship. In Oregon, tenants by the entirety is the same as saying husband and wife.
Question number 7. Let's don't play by the rules. She's buzzing. Got it. I'm not playing by the rules.
She's still gonna drive.
If a LLC is vested in the property that you'll be listing, what document will show you who can sign your listing agreement?
Whoa.
An operating agreement, the deed to the property, or whoever shows up to the equipment? I trust everyone.
Oh.
Mark,
What do we
he
think?
already buzzed in.
Here it goes.
Operating agreement?
There you go. The operating agreement.
So,
And you can look it up on the Secretary of State's website.
no, that's not true.
I mean, you can, but it's not
Be there.
necessarily.
The operating agreement won't be there because it's not public. But the articles of organization will be there, and that will give you a clue. But it won't really tell you the whole picture until you get the operating agreement. Then that will tell you the whole picture of who will be the signer. So when there's an LLC vested, you need 2 things. The articles of organization, which you can find off the Secretary of State website. Easy peasy.
Oh, no, I
But
don't
then
want
the
to.
operating agreement has to
No, no.
come from your people.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just checking to
I
see.
see the table, but I don't see. Okay, question number 8. Answer it. What is it? You can't see it.
3.
If you list a home for a married couple and the husband's deceased, who can sign the contract?
The wife.
The wife, the kids, or they can use a power of attorney.
Power of attorney.
Well,
You can't use a power of attorney for a dead person.
right.
This is a trick question.
Yeah, the
Yeah, power of attorney's only in their life.
Yeah, the wife.
It's the wife.
Yep.
Yep, it's the wife. You cannot use a power of attorney for a dead person, right, John?
That's right.
But it depends on how it's vested though, but they're married.
But they're married.
It's automatic.
So we're assuming
In
that
Oregon, if they're married, the wife.
are you assuming that it's not in a trust?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're assuming
It's a
not in
common
trust.
survivorship.
Because,
No, if it's vested husband and wife on the deed.
okay, if it's vested husband and wife,
Husband and
yes.
wife on the deed,
Yes.
and the husband dies, because they usually do first.
Wow. Yeah. I'm calling your husband after
Yeah.
this. You drive faster.
There
Well,
is
you
a
can stop
caveat
down
to
here,
that.
Kelly.
Yeah, there is some caveat.
Okay, go.
There is a caveat to that because in Oregon, you can be married and own property separate of your
that's
spouse.
Yes.
So there could be a situation where it is not a survivorship. You could own the property, not survivorship with your husband or wife.
Then you better have a will.
That is true. I
I've
own
seen
property
that.
separate from my husband, and he could not sign my property.
So the kids.
So what do you
Not
need
necessarily,
though?
no.
For the sake of my poorly written question, we'll say it's husband and wife on the same property together, and he dies first, and who can sign? The wife. Okay.
What will we need before closing?
We need a death certificate, we need an original death certificate, short form.
Short form.
Oh, that's a point for Red.
Yeah.
So we did our dues there.
Good job, Jerry.
We worked hard for that one, for the record.
Still not being Dewana.
No.
Team yellow.
Okay,
Yellow.
yellow.
All right.
Still not being.
Quick draw over there.
Okay, I know she's on it.
That's right.
This is my hand. This is my
Question
left
number
hand.
Is it Alex coaching the buzzer?
Alex is my hand.
Okay, if two friends buy a house together as joint tenants and one dies, how do you know who can sign? All right,
Let's see.
best friends since they bought the house together.
exactly.
A current small estate probate for the deceased that shows a personal representative. Any family member of the deceased best friend.
We have to deal with the small estate on this thing.
It's the
I think
hard
we
one.
have to deal with the small
Yep.
estate.
Yep.
Yeah, for succession.
Who rang their buzzer?
That's right, succession.
Yes.
It was the Red.
Succession.
Joe, do you want to add to this one?
So, you may not see a small estate or probate file, but we can research it to see. So if you have a situation where this comes up, we can look
That's
in
what was funny.
the court records because
I was like,
that
this
type of stuff
rack. I
is
was
not
like, this
in the
work.
county clerk's records. We have to look in the court records to see if there is a small estate or probate file. And then that will tell us who your signer will be, who the personal representative is of that estate.
But that's the conversation of like, so your best friend deceased, how are we handling that? And you would hope the best friend knows.
So Joan, it's not.
If the best friend, if you get letters testamentary, right, appointing a PR, does that personal representative have to complete property disclosures?
Only if they're not for no. They're exempt.
They're court appointed, therefore they are exempt. Now, let's say you have, let's say they had a trust and they had a trustee appointed in their trust. And the trustee was signing the listing docs. Do they have to complete that?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do, because they are not court appointed, right? So make sure you are paying attention to that, because I'm seeing a lot of completed disclosures where it is not a court appointed trustee. It may be a trustee, but not court appointed, and people are saying, oh, I'm exempt.
No, you're not. That can come back to bite you. And
Enlightening round? Leveling up, all.
what 2 documents should you ask for if you have a corporation in title?
Articles of incorporation and an operating agreement. Yes.
That's 20?
Wait, Desiree?
Articles of incorporation.
We need the bylaws.
And the, bylaws. Okay, we'll call that bylaws.
That sounds like 3 documents.
The bylaws and the articles of incorporation.
Okay. This is
Also, there
Yeah.
might be
Oh,
one more
more.
thing.
Okay.
If there's a bonus, sometimes,
Resolution?
yes!
Oh shit!
That's good for 10.
That's good for 10.
5?
What color are they?
One last question. I think it's the most important. I think you guys should all buzz in at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Wait, how many points?
This last one.
Yeah.
All of them.
100.
They're all getting 100 points for this next one.
Okay.
If they answer.
That's a really bad round of golf.
Okay. There you go. Just there we go.
Fidelity.
Okay, so who's our winner?
Team yellow.
Team Yellow. Okay.
It was all yellow.
Let me grab you guys your coveted ties.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Who knew it would be so much fun?
Hey, you guys know